Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. And I'm doing another collective read for you guys. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. It's getting crisper out there. Hopefully we all have some, I don't know, it depends on where you are. If you're in the southern hemispheres, you're going into summer. Lucky guys. You guys are lucky. Here in the north, we're going into the fall, into the winter, which I'm not looking forward to. Hopefully it'll be not so bad weather-wise for each and every one of us. Depending on where you live, right? You might live in the most tropical places. Even those places have their downsides, right? You know? Get too hot, muggy, sticky. You go through storms that we don't go through. I guess it all pans out or evens out no matter where we are, right? It's good and bad everywhere. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. See what Spirit wants to talk about. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective? Thank you. Moving on. Making a decision, ascending. Learning lessons I just heard. I don't know what's in this person's hand. I've often looked at it and wondered what the hell it is. Kind of looks like a button. There's something with a button on it. It could be the garage. I don't know. Somebody's moving on. It could be a third-party situation. It could be a contract or a decision's been made. It could be going towards a higher-level soulmate connection. Whatever this is, you're looking to... Oh, look at this. I just said about the weather, right? This is like the leaves are brown here. So it's kind of going from winter to spring to summer. So somebody's changing. Yeah, the seasons are changing. You're moving on. Secrets are coming out, too. Damn. Somebody wasn't using their intuition. Somebody was talking a lot of shit. Maybe doing magic. Unwise counsel. But the secrets are now coming out. Somebody tried to close the door. Or a door's closing for somebody. Somebody's talking too much. Somebody's promiscuous. Yeah, they put a lot of obstacles. Maybe doing magic. Trying to put obstacles and challenges in your way. Something to do with a marriage, a commitment, an institution, a platform. Somebody's being cut off here. They were trying to cut you off, but they're being cut off. This is unrequited love, giving out false and misleading information about you. They can't go any further. They can't come and reconcile with you. You don't have any good memories, maybe. Whatever this was, it wasn't reciprocal. They want you to go into another toxic cycle with them. You're not going back there. No, 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 no. No reconciliation. If it's family or a past life soulmate, you have no good memories with this person or these people. It was a lot of trauma bonding. They wanted you trapped in fear. You're not. You let that fear go. Congratulations. They can't control you. They lost control of a situation. Somebody's going to have to humble themselves. Somebody's getting some karma. Okay, for some of you, somebody wanted to place you on a shelf and make you wait for them. This was unrequited love. They showed you no love. They never gave you your flowers. I'm picking up the Bruno Mars song. When I was your man, I should have gave you flowers. Because all you wanted to do was dance, something like that. This is not wish fulfillment. Somebody's losing material harvest. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to go within and do that soul work. This is not wish fulfillment. Something to do with a commitment or contract or an institution or platform or some sort of contract. Higher powers getting involved. You are a higher power. You could be spiritually high ranking. It has something to do with a family, stability, a home or business, loyalty. You made some movement choices and decisions quietly. Maybe you're not talking to these people. You used your intuition. Congratulations. You could be a reader or a spiritualist. You don't have to be. But you definitely used your higher wisdom here. And you blocked them. You know that they're trying to block you. They were secretly trying to block you from moving forward. This is a backfire. You know they're not talking to you because they're getting backfires or they're afraid to get a backfire. Yeah, you consciously know this. You're co-creating with the divine. They're trying to block your new manifestations. Not going to happen. You're going to be taking some action here. They stole a home, business stability, or a family or a relationship. This is somebody that had, this is corruption. They wanted power and control over you. They had an image to uphold, right? Bending to public pressure. They lost authority, had no authority, or abused their authority. You're standing in your way. They're being blocked. They were trying to block you. Your triumph, 77, might have something to do with this. You're triumphing anyways. Okay, this is universally driven. This is victory. Overcoming. You're in control of your own life. Something's happening quickly. This is a planet of expansion, Jupiter. Something's coming in quickly for you. You stood your ground. You're divinely protected and guided, and or somebody else is standing up for you. This is victory, triumph. They were trying to block your victory, trying to block you from moving forward, but now the truth is coming out. You blocked this spell work, whatever this was. It's over. Truth is coming out online, ending a cycle to begin a new one. This is lessons learned. Be traveling and or moving. Again, this is victory. This is protection. They were playing games, thought they could, oh yeah, no problem. Let's play some more games. Yeah. Now they're figuring out, well, that was a bad move. Why did I do that? Huh? The third party. This could be a dark high priest or priestess. Yeah. Anger management. Their anger gets them in trouble. They make stupid mistakes because of their anger. They need anger management. Go to counseling. Go sit down for a while. They want to make you angry. Trying to poke the bear to make you fit their narrative. I don't think so. There's going to be a fake apology here. Maybe you are angry at them. You have every right to be angry. Just don't park there. Don't act on bad decisions. Like, don't do things in anger. Don't do things when you're crying and upset. Don't do things. Don't go shopping when you're hungry. You know what I'm saying? Watching shit go down. Enjoying the gossip. Somebody made some poor choices, bad choices here, and they got caught up. Now they want to give you a fake apology? Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, not sorry. So done with these people. I don't know about you. I really am. I'm losing patience lately. I just don't have the patience. Maybe it's because I feel their energy day in and day out doing these reads. So please forgive me, okay? I don't mean to be so glib. Just as an intuitive, as an empath, we pick up these energies. They're not nice, okay? Even though we're trying to be nice about it. They're not nice energies. So moving on, 6. You made the right decision. Anger management. Somebody could be dangerous. Maybe they get handsy. I don't know. Could be doing magic. Every time they get angry at people, they do magic. Or they sleep around, or they claim you slept around. Definitely talking shit about you. Okay, where are we going? Moving on, 6 in anger management. Where are we going with this? Ooh, jeez Louise. Antisocial. In your feelings, silent treatment left out. This was in reverse. They wanted you to feel left out. You don't. They're angry over that. Maybe they said you have anger issues. Leave that person alone. And maybe people did. They didn't call you. They didn't interact with you. But this served a purpose. It helped you find out who you were. It helped you find out what you wanted in life and what you didn't, or whom you didn't want in your life. It helped you elevate and ascend. Yeah, divine feminine energy. There we go. It could be male or female, but it did help you ascend. Through your pain, you create new life for yourself and for others, right? You're down to earth. This is unconditional love. It's beautiful. You're very creative and artistic. Somebody's exhausted here. Trying to be you, maybe? Because that was the last read. Somebody was trying to doppelgang you. Could be fraudulent purposes as well, but they try to ruin your life because they don't know who they are. Burned out, burdened and empty. Somebody's clinging. This is a bugaboo. Old exes, dead relationships, old ways. Now this is an outhouse, so somebody's in the shitter. Yeah, you're glowing up. New opportunities, new career, successful business. You're going to be facing them in a courtroom setting. You might be suing them for defamation, harassment, something criminal or civil. Or I'm picking up both, civil and criminal. Something to do with property as well. Lawyers, court, and paperwork. Congratulations. You got what you give in life. Remember that. Let's see, what else are they up to? So we have moving on, 6, anger management, antisocial. Going it alone. You're not good. Maybe so far you've gone alone because this was in reverse. But no, that's going to turn around for you. Trying to do it all yourself, not a team player, collaborate and ask for help. So they wanted you to do it all by yourself to make it look like you didn't care about anybody, but you had to go it alone. Certain things we have to do on our own. Nobody can learn these lessons for us, so to speak. They wanted you all alone. I think this person's going to be alone. This person might have surrounded themselves with a lot of people, but they're not a team player because they didn't give a shit about anybody else. The consequences, the karma, the blowback, possibly going to jail and or being sued. Wow. Work smart. They thought they were smart. Are you complicating things? Often the solutions are simpler than you think. So they've complicated everything. They thought they were smarter than you. Something to do with online. Could be wire fraud. Could be false ID. It could be anything. It's time to clean up both personally, or maybe they were trying to impersonate you behind false profiles. It's time to clean up both personally and professionally for a fresh start. Focus on your basic needs when spending and save some money. Somebody's going to have to cut back here. Something to do with an office. Delegating more tasks can significantly boost your earnings. Think about roles like a secretary, assistant office manager, or other office jobs. Think of the greater good, not just yourself, to achieve a better outcome. So somebody's only self-serving. Now they're going to think, oh, you know what? I'll give you a little crumb if you just let me back in. You could be a student. Oh, you've learned, or somebody's learning. Work with a mentor to acquire new skills or learn how to implement your plans. You could be pursuing higher education or working for a school district. It could be a teacher, could be an assistant teacher. Learn to manage your money yourself or hire a financial advisor for help. So somebody needs help with their finances, that's for sure. Someone's very defiant. Want to do it your own way. Trouble with authority. Be the boss and lead a team. So somebody, okay. There's some sort of fraud going on here. Could be property, business, could be all of it, for all we know. Somebody wanted to do it their own way. They're not educated. They have no business acumen. They have no experience to go on. They just want to be the boss. And everything's fucking falling apart on them. They were using magic maybe to get people in. I don't know. Want to do it their own way. Trouble with authority, be the boss and lead a team. So they're always thirsty for more. Could be a big drunk. I hate to say it. Could be drinking on the job, whatever this is. It could be some sort of building trade, driveway, roofers. It could be anything like that. Not paid enough for your work, wanting to do other things, other options, and seek higher pay. So they're not satisfied with what they're doing. Oh, it could be a cleaning business too. This was an investment, but they're losing this investment. Your finances are improving and expanding. Now is a great time to make an investment, set a solid foundation, and the fruits of your labor will follow. So they thought, and they blew it. There seems to be a lot of bull crap going on here. Maybe even people taking the money and putting it in their pockets instead of putting it back into the business. Escapism. So somebody just wants to run away from this. Run away from work. Can't handle the pressure. Short breaks, hang in there. Overlooked here. Not paying attention to details, passed over for promotion. Check your work, time to go. Somebody's in a leadership position. They shouldn't be in a leadership position because they made bad decisions here. Not thinking things through, unable to open new doors. Told you about the doors. Take time out and talk it over. You hold the key. So if there's any kind of fraud, they want to come back into your good graces. Or if you have money, they want to come into your good graces and use you. Or maybe you're going to find out you own some companies, some businesses, and property that you're not aware of. Where are we going with this? They tried to keep you away, antisocial, stuck in a box maybe, so people wouldn't see you, be afraid to go out in public. I don't know. They were hoping that spell work was going to take you out so they could just keep doing this. But they're missing something. I don't know, something's caught up with them. They need your ID. Something to do with work. Secret. You could be a high priest or priestess. You saw this coming. This is success. You put a lot of work in. You're very diligent. You mastered your emotions and whatever it is you do for a living. This is success. Congratulations. You know, finding out you've got all these businesses. Thank you, Spirit. I can't make this up. 8 of Pentacles. Has something to do with work. She's on her knees going, it wasn't my fault. Come and help me, will you? So they're doing some sort of spell work for success. How about hard work? How about honesty? There's a knife right there. Damn. Idiots. Overarching energy. Wow. This is the Emperor. Divine. It could be a father, a boss, or a leader. Online maybe, and or that travels, seasoned A well-seasoned person, somebody that's hunting people down, using things as trophies, want to show off, or it's a legit somebody with power and authority. Male or female, could be a divine masculine energy. It's the overarching energy. You bossed up to back your power. This is long-term stability, a family, a corporation. This could be a CEO, somebody that's manning the could be property too. But this is long-term stability. They've been in this position for a while and they want to keep it. But it's coming to an end because tens are endings of cycles here. So family, long-term stability, long-term security. Could be a large amount of money, inheritance, spiritual or otherwise. Generational wealth and or legacy. This is divine judgment. Somebody's under judgment. This decision's been made. Somebody wants a second chance. They need to take accountability. It's a wake-up call or spiritual awakening. It's radical acceptance, or a decision's been rendered here. Somebody's getting let go, or they have to let go. Give up. They're angry. They can't block you. They're scared. Somebody lied. Somebody was jealous, vindictive, vile. Male or female. Okay, place the genders where it belongs. Very vindictive and violent, spiteful and bitter. Someone's a lying sack of you know what. Willing to do whatever it takes to get their own way. To get revenge, I heard. Because somebody's very jealous. They'll go down the lowest lows. Wow. There's some sort of communication. Somebody's assessed the situation. This is a Page of Wands. You took a different route. Something new is happening here. It's exciting. This is a new beginning for you, or great news. You're inspirational. You're very creative, and somebody's jealous. They lied about you. Lied about communication. There's an investigation. This is somebody just finding out. This is a hermit. Could be alone. Going within, doing some self-reflection. Somebody's hiding something. Shining a light on something or someone. Somebody's watching somebody. Watching an investigation. So that kind of reminds me, like, you hear of people committing crimes and they try to stay close to the detectives investigating a crime to see what they know. That's what I'm picking up. There is investigation. Somebody can't go on here. Somebody's out of control. This is the Chariot in reverse. Car accident. They got the car impounded. Don't want to take accountability. Can't overcome. This is not going anywhere. Finding out they can't move. They don't want to move. Car accident. This is not a victory. Somebody's looking into something here. They wanted you alone so you wouldn't move forward in life. Crabs in a bucket. They wanted to ruin you. This is financial ruin, spiritual jail. They're trying to stop something from happening here. It could be financial, but it could also be physical. Okay, Pentacles could be illness, or somebody's got injured. These are definitely crabs in the bucket. You found your confidence. Somebody wants to come back in from out of the cold, and somebody's holding them back. This isn't love. Ace of Cups. You're only there to drain you. No love, no compassion, no mercy or grace, no emotional fulfillment or happiness or emotional support. Somebody's not emotionally intelligent whatsoever. They were just draining you or others, or this could be a soulless being. No new beginnings, no happiness. There's no love. There's no self-love. They don't want you having love. They want to come back in, but they don't love you. They're on the down low. This is exposed. This is public humiliation. They're trying to hide from the public, hide you from the public. Don't want you to be loved. This is an opportunist here. Something to do with opportunity, money, stability. It's a golden opportunity for somebody if he kept you hidden. Hiding their emotions, hiding their love. They don't want you to be in love. They want you to be single. Why? So, yeah. All that glitters isn't gold. No more confusion. They don't want you having any viable options. They don't want you having any choice. It was all illusions. So if you thought you didn't have any choice, it was all illusions. Yeah, this could be you or someone else, male or female, law and order, doctor, CEO, somebody with authority here. It could be Archangel Michael. You're discovering, or you've discovered, or somebody else is discovering, somebody was playing games here. You're one little pawn. They have all of these players on their side. Not them, but they're seeing it for what it is. They have a higher perception, whether it's you or someone else. You're one little pawn coming up against all of these people, or these people coming up against you, and yet you still win. You're still doing all right. They're heartbroken. King of Swords. The 3 swords above their head. They know that whomever this was broke your heart. They didn't want you having any options. This is law and order or doctor. They broke the law. This is a crooked judge or leader. They had somebody in their pocket pulling strings for them. This is a crime. This is a warlock, divorce or separation, false contract. It's some sort of leader that didn't do the right thing. They wanted power and control. This is 8. Strength, right? In their power, they're in their ego. They wanted power and control. They wanted to dominate you. It could be getting off. The truth is somebody's going to lose their, if they have a platform, they're going to lose their position here. Somebody has no faith. They don't value tradition or traditional relationships. You're non-traditional. You have a lot of strength and courage here. Resilience, integrity, loyalty, and honesty. They have a lot of greed, ego, lust. They want to dominate you. Somebody's trying to find the strength and courage. The truth is coming out. They can't hide this anymore. There's no more confusion. They have to face their shadow and their fears. They can't move on. They can't escape. They're in hot water. 6 of Swords. They can't get out of this. This was a scam. This is magic. This is having casual hookups. This was a love bomber. Definitely wearing a mask. Very insincere, two-faced. No follow-through with their promises. Didn't want you having friendship, love, and or support. Just false smiles, false faces, scam artists. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's in trouble. 6 of Swords in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse. They're unstable. They thought they'd make a profit off of this. It's a loss. Something's not adding up. They can't balance this out. Something was unfair, unstable. They're in debt, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. They dropped the ball, and they can't play games anymore. They can't balance this out. They can't make you look unstable. You remained male or female. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. Using your intuition here. This is the biggest cup of love. This is hurting somebody's pride and ego. You remaining balanced this way, using your intuition. This is hurting them. It's leaving them in debt. They wanted you in debt? Good for them. Yeah, you saw through the illusions. You peeped their game and you distanced and detached from them. They can't bind you either to a contract or to the devil. You have no toxicity. You have no obsessions, addictions, and or codependency issues. You let this go. They can't control you. There we go. You're still moving forward. They're watching you from afar. Maybe somebody was doing Ouija. But you can see clearly here it says bye for a reason, right? Bye. Ending a third-party situation, a collaboration, or it's a false contract. It's not their creations. If they're trying to steal your creations, they're not a master of whatever. Master bullshitter. Masturbator, that's about it. They never showed you any help. Somebody's very non-cooperative. They're lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. They chose what they chose. They're being blocked. They want you to fight, or they're fighting with others. You're standing your ground. You're divinely protected and guided. They wanted you to fight and compete for them. I don't think so. You're holding your ground here. You see it for what it is. You have the advantage. You have the higher perception. You see what's going on. You're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. You could be a business owner. You're protecting all that is yours. You're chaste. You're celibate. You're minding your own business. Yeah, you make it look easy even though it's not, right? Male or female. You know your value. You know your worth. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. Hardworking, abundant, and independent. You don't want anything they have. You know, they underestimated you. There's proof and evidence here. They were counting your money, harvesting off of you, watching and waiting. They wanted you. They're looking at what you got now. Or you're looking at, you got receipts maybe as to what that was going on. Whatever this is, whatever you're growing, it's yielding. You're yielding some money here, okay? It's King of Wands. It's proof and evidence. This is a leader. You're a leader, male or female. Innovative. You take a noble approach. You have morals, ethics, and honor. You defend and protect the underdog. Somebody wants to come in as a leader. Oh, there's a lot of conflict, competition, jealousy, strife. A bunch of people. This leader, this proof and evidence, this guy or this girl wanted you to compete for them. Fight for them. I don't think so. Wanted to be the hero. There's a lot of gossip here. Parting ways with a third party, their friend group, cults, covens, secret societies. There's a lot of gossip. Not happy. There won't be a reconciling of this. Doing magic here, talking shit, sleeping around, very promiscuous, bad counsel. This is magic. The secrets are now coming out. This is parting ways. You parted ways because if this is a narcissist or worse, they don't like you making that decision, that distinction. They leave you, you don't leave them. This is a karmic soul tie. You don't trust them, or other people are not trusting them. They're on their own here, okay? There's no harmony at all. They lied about you. They lied to you. Depends on what side of the fence. Yeah, walking away. No emotional fulfillment. They're facing the unknown. You or someone else invested 8 out of 10 cups just to find out there's nothing in those cups but backwash. No emotional fulfillment or happiness. Not worth it, right? So you or someone else is this 8 of cups. Walked away looking for your 9th and 10th cup, which is emotional fulfillment or happiness. And this, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of damaged here, but there's an island onto itself with a castle. When there's castles in the background, it means it's abundance is near. It could be something like you could be far from home where they are, or your home is not where you are now. This is not where you belong. You need to do, you face some hardships, but you're getting there, okay? You're being led by your intuition where you're welcome, where you don't have to be, where you don't feel tolerated. See, her head's tilted listening to the moon. It's funny because I went out this morning for a walk. It was 6:30 and the moon was still out. It was a full moon. It was huge. It was big. It was beautiful. So if you're being led by your intuition or somebody else, yeah, they were holding back. They were trying to impersonate you, stealing your ideas, your work, your achievements. This could be forgery. Somebody's very combative, in your face, argumentative, abusive. They think their shit doesn't stink. They feel entitled. Holding you back from what's rightfully yours. Holding somebody back from walking away, or you walking away is holding them back. They're willing to do whatever it takes to win. If you notice, there's sharp implements in their hands. Okay, she's got one in her hand here, and she's coming up behind this person who's not suspecting. So they were sticking knives in your back and other people's backs. Yeah. Willing to do whatever it takes to make you look unstable, to make sure that you don't get your wish fulfillment. Somebody lost their position, got demoted or canned. Somebody's putting on an act as if they are you. Or there's a lot of partying going on here. They're willing to do whatever it takes to make it look like you're a party animal. You don't take life seriously. They want to see you fall on your face. Somebody's really smug, full of themselves, selfish, a know-it-all, and a show-off. This could be somebody that you're related to as well. They know that you did something beautiful, or maybe your parents, maybe it's like, generations. It kind of reminds me of somebody graduating from college or university. They're doing really well, and they want to seem that way too. But they're willing to do almost anything to get there instead of doing the right thing. Where are we going with this? 5 of Swords in the upright. 9 of Cups in reverse. This is not wish fulfillment. Yeah, stealing money, missed opportunity. Somebody's not stable here. It's not their blessing. Yeah, this was a betrayal. They stole money from you, and somebody they're dealing with stole money from them. And they didn't see it coming. They're acting like a victim now. They don't know what to do. Indecisive. They're being blocked. Yeah, they don't see this coming. They're going to jail. This is self-imposed. They're stuck. feeling trapped because they were getting paid or paying others to do something against you. You're still balanced. They were dealing with a bunch of fucking rats, gutter rats, okay? They're trapped here. Could be bound to something. Yeah, they were greedy and selfish. Four of Pentacles. They didn't want to let go. They're holding on for dear life. They wanted power and control over this situation, but they didn't want to let go. They still don't want to let go of what doesn't serve. They didn't foresee what was going to happen. They're trying to avoid a tower moment, or they didn't foresee you avoiding these towers because, yeah, you alchemize and you transmute. Or they want to reconcile with you. They want to avoid these towers or this tower that's coming for them. This is ruin. The angels are protecting you. You're divinely protected and guided. You're very patient. You're very loving. Fair. You need to be fair. Yeah, they're going down memory lane here. You're having nostalgic memories. You're getting your flowers. You're innocent. This is something to do with your past life soulmates, your families, children, siblings, your cousins, parents. This is happening now. Something they wanted to attack you. Somebody's angry. This could be fast communication, fast action. Wow, look at this. This could be a raid of some sort. There's illumination. Somebody's going to be arrested. You overcame. They can't slow you down. This is illumination. Seeing things from a different perspective. Overcoming. Somebody's taking action. Yeah, against somebody that was really malicious, ruthless, and careless, and cruel. King of Cups in reverse. Someone's going to get arrested, or they're going to let go. You surrendered it. This is all illusions, manipulations, magic. They don't have all the resources they need. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. So they want to come in and rationalize and justify what they've done. You're not worried. They're in their emotions. They're drinking. Out of control. They were self-serving. This was all self-serving. They're a fool. You took a leap of faith. You have a new beginning. Oh, they're a fool. Non-committal. They lost a home, stole a home or a business. They're going to lose everything here. Party's over. No redemption. They could be facing homelessness. They're under surveillance, investigation. Look at this. They have to take accountability. They're trying to slow something down, slow down justice. Yeah, they got to take accountability. This is your rite of passage. They're feeling sorry for themselves. Whenever I see this card, I look at it as whoever this is. You see she's got all these drinks in front of her. I say her, it could be he, okay? But she's busy looking at somebody else's plate type of thing. It's just because it's you, and they might have more than you, but it's how dare you have anything. And whatever you have is what they want. It doesn't matter what it is. You could have a piece of shit in your hand, okay? And they want it. It's just because you have it. Yeah, you're innocent. They want to apologize. They're feeling sorry for themselves. Rejected and abandoned here. Not like a big baby. Because they lied. You're innocent and everybody's finding out. They lied about you. There's no truth or clarity. There's no communications. They were jealous. They were doing magic. They were a hoe bagger. That's what they said about you. Somebody's very, a bully. Very jealous. Yeah, lying, cheating, and or stealing. They're still trying to strategize a way to escape a situation. Damn. They lied about your work, or their work. You've mastered your emotions. You have success here. Congratulations. Yeah, they were false witness. They could be working as a false tarot reader. Damn. This is divination abuse. Didn't want to learn a damn thing. Didn't want to follow through with anything. Can't pay up. Took a huge gamble and lost here. Yeah, bore false witness against you. Perjured you. They perjured themselves against you for your family or this group. Okay? Now they're losing hope. They're feeling sorry for themselves. They're feeling rejected. They're feeling ashamed of themselves. They're losing hope. They're scared. This is a scandal. They didn't want you having wish fulfillment. They wanted you to be sick, or they wanted to take you out. Now they're scared. There's something, whatever they were playing with is now hounding them. They're having nightmares. Won't leave them alone. Good for them. They don't want to heal. Good for you. Or they're sick with something they can't heal from. 5 of Cups in reverse. They're going through a dark night of the soul. They said that you were mentally unstable. Yeah, the truth is coming out. You've exposed them. They're being exposed. This is illumination. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay? This is a doppelganger. It was all done because they wanted power control over you. They wanted to devalue you, take your rights and your voice away, or they wanted a power of attorney or some sort of conservatorship, or this is a doppelganger. Yep, they got to drop this, let this go. You're unburdened. They're heartbroken. This is a Wheel of Fortune reverse. They're getting karma. So reversal of fortune, change of direction. They wanted your destiny. Something to do online, or they're under investigation. Spotlight's right on them. Where they live, maybe IP. I just heard IP address, so maybe you have proof as to who was behind all this crap, or the cops do. This is delayed communication from afar. They were spying on you. They're trying to delay you. Yeah, this is backfire. Damn, this is karma. It's backfired. Again, karma and backfires. There's no communication. They're trying to stop your forward motion. Bad news. Look at this. The world is upside down. This is unfinished business. They didn't want to learn the lesson. Lessons have not been integrated. They didn't want to stop doing what they were doing. The world is upside down. This is your humongous clapback. Unfinished business. This is no communication. Bad news. Somebody lied. They threw rocks and hid hands. Their world is upside down. They can't move it, or they can't leave the country. I don't know. It could be a loss of a child. Somebody's very juvenile. Drama starter. Or they're getting, if they are online, if they have a platform, maybe they're stealing your stuff. It's not their creations. It's not their inspiration. This is somebody that needs constant outside validation. This is just somebody that's always can't be by themselves. They're very juvenile. It's a third party, a contract, a decision's been rendered. They lied. They lied about something, a contract or a decision. And if you notice, somebody's watching. They could be scrying. This is a mirror. They could be scrying, trying to find out if you're with somebody. Or this is somebody that was watching you with somebody else, or they're being watched. Third party's gone. This is death here. They wanted you gone. You are the phoenix rising. This is something's coming to a close. It's stopping. Sorry. Ending. They wanted you gone so they could have this. King of Pentacles energy. It looks like somebody's hoarding all this money. They wanted it all for themselves. And usually I would say this person, male or female, is on the upright, on the up and up. Maybe they're facing unalive and ending. Decision's been rendered. You're stable and secure. But I'm really picking up somebody wanted it all for themselves. And they just wanted it to lord over other people. For them, their value is in what they own and how they look, right? Their image. That's pretty fucking sad if you ask me. It's not even theirs to begin with. They steal it from other people. That's pretty fucking sad. And they're getting found out. So, moving on. Bye. It's a contract, a decision. You're going towards a higher level soulmate connection. There's a third party situation, so you moved on. No place for me here. You want to stick around, you want to stay with your third party, you stay with them. Don't come crawling back. So this is somebody that's promiscuous. They were talking mad shit. They were doing magic, okay? 2 in reverse is the high priestess. But the truth is coming out. Somebody didn't think you had intuition. You got by with your intuition. They don't have intuition. They lost intuition. If you are a reader or a spiritualist, this could be somebody that's competing with you. They cannot compete. They don't have the skill set that you have or the spiritual gifts, okay? Somebody's got anger management problems, or they claimed you did. There's going to be a fake apology. Remember, it says fake there. Work smart. So your ideas are theirs all of a sudden? Psh, I see people like that. What comes out of my mouth, and they're not even fucking hiding it anymore. I'll do one read a day or two later, maybe even the same day. They're using the same things that I'm saying. The cards are not corresponding with what they're saying. They're just using what I'm saying. It's disgusting. Going it alone. Somebody has to go it alone, or you did. You could be a divine feminine energy, male or female. Somebody's trying to be you, impersonate you. They're trying to drive everybody away from you. They made up a lot of lies about you. They wanted to take you out. Maybe they said you were doing the magic. You weren't doing the magic. A divine being doesn't need to do magic. The magic's within them. The magic is God. In your feelings, silent treatment, and left out. They wanted you to feel that way? Well, you don't. So what next, bitch? What next? They're just hanging themselves the more they do. I think that they're people that they were working with are finding out too. They're getting hit hard. People are wanting to detach from the situation. But you know what? You sealed your fates. Wanna play? Let's play. You're gonna have to answer for it. Where are we ending this, please, Spirit? What is the final message for the collective? Thank you. The Swan Queen. So I look at swans as divine beings. It's in reverse. They're not a divine being. They are resisting change. This is a permanent, profound ending for whoever this is. Transformation in reverse, intuition, and patience. The cosmos. It says it's in reverse, but it's really ally and challenger. This is the divine that's involved. Creativity and vastness. They don't have creativity. They're trying to steal your creativity. You're a higher power. This is a higher power that's stepping in. This could be an institution or a platform, or you could be spiritually high ranking. It could be a marriage or commitment. The chess queen. They can't. There's no comparison. 30. This is a doppelganger wanting power of attorney or power and control, wanting to take your voice away. The chess queen, they're not 10 steps ahead. They can't do what you've done. Trust and strategizing. So people are losing faith in this person. The river queen in reverse. I can't make this up. Hiding and cloaking in your energy. Or trying to hide and cloak you in theirs. Take your filthy energy. Okay, you filthy animal. 13 reverse. I'm not talking to you good people. I'm talking to the one. You know what I'm saying. So, challenger. When the Swan Queen appears to challenge you, it's time to stop doubting your inner voice. My nose is getting itchy, so I'm hitting it right on the head. So stop doubting your inner voice, okay? Don't let your analytical mind prevent you from seeing the miracles that Spirit places in front of you. Don't refute the miracles they give you. Another message the Swan Queen shows you in the mirror of your life is your fear of change. Life is all about change. Nothing is the same. It's all temporary. So why fear change? Go along with it and see where it takes you. Why fear what's inevitable? Everything in life changes and transforms from one moment to the next. Holding on to the past only distorts and mangles the natural order of things. If you can, in spite of your fear, be gentle with yourself and allow for change. Only beauty will come of it. Most important, a shift in perspective is what's called for next. So that could be for you or for them. Again, place it where it belongs. The cosmos. The cosmos appears always as an ally and never as a challenger. Creativity in all its form is represented by the cosmos. This is a sign to place your attention on creative projects. They will be successful. So don't pay attention to what these boneheads are doing, okay? Just do what you need to do. They're getting caught out and found out and called out, okay? Remember that all of life is creative and you're always co-creating with the divine. The cosmos also represents the principle of infinity and the vastness of the energetic exchange of consciousness influencing all living things. This teaches us that every intention we set is in fact contagious with the power to influence others. We are entangled at our deepest energetic place, so we can't help but have an effect on others from an individual level to a global one. This is a sign to remind you to open up to the well of creativity deep within you and be mindful of your thoughts and actions. Both are influencing your outer world. Most important, keep taking action towards your goals as the cosmos responds perfectly to manifest your highest destiny. Expect to be inspired and to meaningfully touch others with all that you create. Congratulations. The world, the divine is working alongside you. Just keep doing what you're meant to do. Don't look back. I can't tell you not to think and feel, but don't park there. You know what's going on in the background. You know the divine's taking care of it. Your spirit team's taking care of it. Yes, protect yourself. Don't go out of your way not to protect yourself and leave yourself open. But at the same time, you can't be focused on the past. You got to move forward now, okay? This is your time. So the chess queen, challenger. When the chess queen arrives to challenge you, it simply means that you're living too much in your head, planning, scheming, and strategizing what your future will look like and how and when it will unfold. Remember the saying, man plans and God laughs? You cannot know the power and beauty that is meant for you until you let go and ask for divine guidance. The laws of cause and effect apply here. So whatever you put out, you get back. Remember that, right? I think you already know that. I think this is for them. Don't dictate what you want, as your wants may not be in your highest good. So they want your life. They want what you have just because you have it. And how dare you? You know what I'm saying? They're going to learn the hard way. They dictate what they want. They just take what they want. It's not in their highest good, though. Ask instead for the miracles set aside for you and you alone. So we all have our own path, our own purpose, our own needs. They want what's yours, but it's not fitting their lifestyle. It's not fitting their soul. Let's put it that way. What does Spirit want for you? perhaps it's time to let go and turn your life over to the care of a higher power. You can never lose when Spirit plays the game of life on your behalf. But these people want to play as gods in your life and theirs and other people's. And it's not going to work out. It is what it is. Let's get a couple of these and we'll call it a day with this one. Thank you, Spirit. Egg. Success assured with good plans and hard work. You don't take, you don't steal, right? You don't usurp, you don't use magic. You get to work. You learn from the bottom up your business. If it's your business, how else are you going to conduct business if you don't understand any parts of it? I'm really picking up this could be like business fraud. These people have never gone to business school. They don't know the value of a dollar. They know how to spend it, though. They don't know, oh, maybe they're getting caught up in court. Maybe they're getting sued. Maybe they can't deliver. Maybe they did a shit job. You know, maybe they've harmed somebody or wrecked a home or a business. Whatever this is, they're not ready for it. So we have Gong, an exciting event. Cat, two-faced friend. So this was all exciting in the beginning, but it was two-faced friends are involved here. Scales, justice is being, something's getting righted here. It's getting balanced. Keep your life in balance, and they didn't. I'm picking up if this is any kind of fraud, for them not to get found out, they had to be on the up and up all the time. They chose not to, which worked in your favor, because you kind of saw this coming, right? In the end, it's serving you well, okay? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but in the end, this is a blessing in disguise for you. If you had have gotten your justice before now, you wouldn't have gotten what you're set to get now, whether it's recognition, whether it's money, whether it's whatever, okay? So flowers, you're getting your flowers. This is going to make you happy. Wind chimes, peace and harmony are yours, okay? Dog, protection from a powerful friend. You're being protected here. Bear, danger, especially in money matters. They're going through money matters here. There's a nest egg here. This could have been something to do with a nest egg. Your nest egg could be a pension that, you know, you normally can't touch your pensions until you're 65. You can take them out earlier if you want, but you lose a percentage every year. At least here in Canada, you do. I have a vested interest, and that's why if anybody touched my pension, they're going to get found out. It's all who cashes the check at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So your family could be involved with theirs. If somebody you have a family with, well, family wishes coming true. Oh, you stole some money. Great. We can eat this week. What a sweetheart. Yeah, I don't think so. Cup. You should accept valid criticism. So somebody's spilling the tea. They like to gossip here and criticize you, but they don't take valid criticism, do they? Wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. So they wedge themselves into a place or in a situation or a relationship that had no place being. Staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times because they wanted somebody to take care of them. They wanted your crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Congratulations. This something happened last June. Your birthdays could be in June, yours or somebody else's, or this is your name. Handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. So they made a deal off of a handshake here. Backroom deals. Somebody's getting caught up. Damn. Congratulations, though. It's looking really good for you. Put that crown on your head. Straighten it up. You know, heavy is the head that wears the crown. They can't be you. Their head is lagging here. They can't hold their heads up. So congratulations. I'm happy for you. I'm very proud of you. And until next time, take care.